I like.
Now more than ever, she gives me butterflies.
She makes my
Stomach queasy
every time she walks by. I know I can be cool if I try. Hey, Stan.
Welcome to Our Life in Books, where we talk about our lives, books, and everything in between. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Samantha, and we're cousins. Grab yourself some tea and get cozy, because this week we're talking about our trip to the Epic Reads Meetup in Iowa City.
Yay!
But first, what tea are we drinking?
So we got a little creative tonight.
We did.
And we were going through all of my teas and decided to mix Ceylon Sonata with blackberry tea from Adagio.
Yes.
It turned out to be a pretty good mix.
I think it's a really good mix.
Yeah.
I like it. I like trying something different.
Because I went half and half. I think I could have done a little bit more Ceylon Sonata and a little bit less blackberry.
Really?
Yeah. That or it needs honey or something.
Really?
You like it?
I'm not mad about
just
it.
like this?
Yeah. Oh. But maybe you put more blueberry in mine.
Blackberry.
Blackberry, what is it?
What is it?
What is it? I really like it.
Yeah, nothing special, just a mixture of teas.
Just something to give us some energy, because I'm tired. And we ate too much chips and guac.
Oh my God. It smells like guacamole in here. Like, I'm not going to want guacamole for at least a week.
Well, yeah, perfect.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah, we also realized that we keep buying a bag of chips every time we podcast, and now we have all these little bags of half-eaten chips everywhere. Just keep pulling them out of places.
Well, it's always the same, but it's always different brands, too.
Exactly.
I really like, I turned you on to blue chips.
Yes.
Blue chips are my favorite.
And I just love guacamole, so I'm in.
But I can never find, I don't know, there's some stores that don't even carry blue chips, and if they do, it's like this really, really off-brand.
Yeah, I remember that one time I brought like these healthy ones that weren't salted, and I was like, I don't like these.
They're weird.
Well, and I grossed you out because I like eating salty with sweet, and so I
love salty sweet, but I do not like garlic salty sweet.
So I was eating chips and guac and then grabbing a peanut M&M. I like weird combos.
Peanut butter M&M makes it worse.
It's so good. What are you reading this week?
Okay, so I am reading Wicked Saints by Emily Duncan. I just started it, and I'm on the blog tour on Friday for it, so
nice.
I gotta finish it. I don't have a whole lot to say about it because, I don't read the synopsis before I start reading.
Yeah.
But it's a YA fantasy about a girl living in this country, and her country is warring with the neighbor country, and she is, I think they call it a cleric in the book.
Okay.
She can talk to gods, and most of the people that are like her can talk to one god, and this is a religion with tons of different gods. And most of the people who are like her can only talk to one god. They're like one god at birth, chooses them, and then that's the person that god talks to.
Okay.
But she can talk to all of the gods. And so she's like a wanted commodity.
Is this like a made up gods, or is it like Zeus and...
Yeah, completely made up. Yeah, completely everything is made up, and all the words are hard to pronounce. Pretty sure her name is Nadia. But that's her nickname.
Oh.
Her full name is more difficult to say.
Yeah.
And, the country names are difficult to say. I'm just reading them. I'm not hearing them out loud from any other person, so I don't really know how to say them.
Yeah, you're like, this is how my brain is interpreting this.
Yeah. But so far it's good. It's got me hooked. But the only thing is, it's an intense fantasy, so, you need to be in the moment. So when I'm at work at lunch and everyone's talking, I can't focus on this book. So I also started My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing.
Ooh.
And again, I didn't read the synopsis beforehand, and this one is a thriller. And so, you don't want to go into it knowing too much.
I just love you. This is a thriller. I just look at the cover. There's a lady holding a knife. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, yep.
So the premise of this is it's a married couple, and they've been married for a while. They've got 2 kids, and their relationship is kind of going stale. And so they're looking for something to spice it up. And they decide to start killing girls.
What?
So that's what they do to keep the marriage alive.
That's a jump.
Right. So I'm not very far into it, but so far I'm like, it's going to be intense and
Does
very
it say,
interesting.
Do they decide, is there one, instigator of it? Is there one instigator of who is, wants to do this first?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting.
That's crazy. It sounds good. I can't wait to hear about it.
I know. Like, I just want to sit and read it, but also I want to read Wicked Saints.
I was not expecting that to come after, like,
right?
So they start killing people. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's what they decide to do. It's very, yeah. So anyway, what are you reading?
Well, I'm reading
something less sinister.
Less sinister, definitely. So I'm almost done with my memoir from March for the OLIB reading challenge, and that is Buffering by Hannah Hart. I kind of talked to you a little bit about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Hannah Hart is a YouTube personality or content creator. She does My Drunk Chicken.
Oh God, that would be a much different show. I don't know how my brain got chicken. I mean, kitchen chicken. It makes sense.
Yeah, but I was reading it. I don't know.
My Drunk Chicken.
I have questions.
Oh boy.
My Drunk Kitchen, where she drinks and she makes food, and she started just because she was actually sending it to one of her friends as a joke, and she just uploaded it to YouTube to send. My Drunk Chicken. I can't stop thinking about it.
I can't look at you right now.
And so that's what started it. And so she has a cooking show. Have you seen it? I don't even know about it.
I have seen it advertised, but I haven't actually watched it.
I don't even know what it's called. Probably not called My Drunk Chicken. Why do you want to say that now? My Drunk Chicken.
Oh my God, that's great.
I don't know why I keep saying it. It's so frustrating.
Oh my God, how many times are you going to make me cry on this show?
I'm not meaning to say it. It just keeps coming out of my mouth. I don't even know what show she has. It's on the Cooking Network, right?
I think so.
Oh, the Food Network, the Cooking Network. I definitely watch that a lot.
This is gonna be a great show.
I feel like
the
only time I watch the Food Network is when I'm sick and can't eat food. I like to torture myself.
Oh, that's awful.
Because if I can't eat it, my mouth waters, and I'm like, I feel like I'm eating it.
Wow.
It's like happens when I get like mono or pneumonia. Okay, so, it's heart. I heart food.
Oh,
that's cute. It's not that. My Drunk Chicken. So it's kind of just like she's combing through journals of her life, because she's always like kept journals, and so she decided to like talk about her life, her experiences, about family, faith, love, sexuality, self-worth. It's going to be that kind of episode. Friendship and fame. And so I don't want to spoil too much, but she definitely goes into her like childhood and where she came from. And the thing about, I feel like with content creators is they only post the happy stuff, or so you don't get to hear where people came from, and just it was insane. It was crazy. I quit.
This is gonna be so
bad. I was talking fine earlier. I don't know what happened.
You put headphones on, and just like
my brain just goes bye. I'm gonna go to My Drunk Chicken.
Oh my God.
So she just talks about how her mom was like schizophrenic, and her dad is a preacher for the Mormon church.
Oh wow.
And just how growing up was difficult. She was emancipated, and just kind of like where she's come from, and like what she's dealt with in her life, and like where she's at now.
Yeah.
She's our age. So it's just really interesting. I didn't know this much about her, and when this was recommended to me, I was like, I mean, I like her channel. Mm-hmm. I've watched it for a couple years now, but I guess I didn't know I just wish I like learning more about people like this. Like, I wish she had a podcast and talked about this stuff, because I feel like she could help people.
She would be perfect for a podcast.
Yeah. Like, I love her opinion. She gives it, and she gives it because she's educated on it, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, it's really good. I am enjoying it a lot. And then I also picked up How to Make Friends with the Dark by Kathleen Glasgow. Glasgow?
Yeah.
And I got this from NetGalley, and I
saw this one on there.
Yeah. And I don't know what made me grab it, because like usually I don't grab like sad books because I don't want to cry, and I've already cried reading this, and I just started it because Hannah's is a hardcover, so it's hard for me to read at work during my lunch when I will forget it at home. And the first line of the synopsis of this book is, here's what happens when your mother dies.
Oh, yikes.
And I've already cried to it. So basically, it's just her and her mother, They live by themselves. Her mom struggles. They're definitely poor, and they're, struggling with money and struggling with things, and she always just puts it aside because she said they're both a team, and her mom takes care of stuff and she takes care of stuff. Like, she doesn't complain. She does what she's told, and if her mom says not to do it, she 9 times out of 10 doesn't do it because she wants to be a team with her mom. And then her mom dies. And then it's just, so it's called Before is like the first couple of chapters. And then it says After. And then there's just timestamps of like how long it's been since it happened. Oh, wow. And it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
I really don't ever want to think about anything happening to my mom. It's one of my fears. And so like, I can't believe that I'm reading this because it makes all those fears resurface.
Yes.
So it's going to be hard to read, but I also want to finish it. But it's going to seem like it's going to be a really big.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking book. I feel like
you need like a light read next to that.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna cry a lot, so I definitely can't read this at work anymore.
No.
So
Oh my god,
I already cheered up. I was like, okay, gotta stop reading.
This is when you're gonna have to like binge some night
when I'm alone. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah,
yikes.
So what new releases are this week?
Yeah, so give me about a second.
Yeah, she did her blog post again. I got it in my email. If you haven't signed up, you need to because she posts often, and I don't.
I mean, oftener than I have. I've been trying to be better about it.
It's hard to be consistent when we've got so much going on.
Yeah, true. So one of the books that released this week is one that I'm reading right now, Wicked Saints. So that came out this week. So watch for that.
I love that Wicked Saints has gods in it. I don't know why. I've always been drawn to like mythology, and I feel like that would be like
this one. It just seems like it's going to be so interesting.
Yeah,
there's just so much. Like I said, there's just so much to the world. I just want to be immersed in it.
Yeah,
and I can't do that when I'm at work reading. So like. I desperately want to read it, but at the same time,
it's going to be like this weekend kind of thing.
It has to be before this weekend.
Oh,
I'm on the blog tour
so
Friday.
You're going to read at night.
Yeah. So
and don't fall asleep.
I'll sit at the kitchen table.
I was going to say, you're going to have to. Yeah. I came over this weekend on Saturday, and I'm sitting there hanging out, look over, she's asleep. I'm like, well, now what am I going to do?
My bad.
So I went on Reddit.
So also out this week is The Devouring Gray by Christine Lynn Herman. I think this one looks really good. Like anything that looks this dark on the cover, like I'm automatically intrigued.
What's it about?
That's a good question. I'm pretty sure it's a YA fantasy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So let me just read the synopsis real fast.
Thank you, because I don't have that up.
Yeah. On the edge of town, a beast haunts the woods, trapped in the gray, its bonds loosening. Uprooted from the city, Violet Saunders doesn't have much hope of fitting in at her new school in Four Paths, a town almost buried in the woodlands of rural New York. The fact that she's descended from one of the town's founders doesn't help much either. Her new neighbors treat her with distant respect and something very like fear. When she meets Justin, May, Isaac, and Harper, all children of founder families, and sees the otherworldly destruction they can wreak, whatever. Yeah. She starts to wonder if the townsfolk are right to be afraid. When bodies start to appear in the woods, the locals become downright hostile. Can the teenagers solve the mystery of Four Paths and their own part in it before another calamity strikes?
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Yeah, so I know, like, I had read the synopsis at one point because I have this one on NetGalley.
Yeah. We really need to talk to each other when we suggest stuff because I would definitely read that.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's out this week. I plan on reading it sometime soon since I have it on freaking NetGalley, but you know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so another one out this week is called I Miss You When I Blink, and it's essays by Mary Laura Philpott. So I actually got this one from the publisher, and I heard someone talk about it on a podcast that I listened to today, actually, and they said, this is like she writes for a lot of different publications, and she always has.
Yeah.
And so she finally just collected these essays together, but she's writing about how, like we want to do all the things and how like it's okay to be like, hey, I'm not going to do everything and it's fine. And like, especially I've heard it's especially good for people who are perfectionists.
Yeah. Oh, hey, me.
Yeah, right? So I was like, I really want to dive into this. And the publisher sent me an extra copy. So I'm going to be giving away a copy of it.
Can I enter more than once?
Well, here's the thing. They
me.
sent me an ARC and 2 finished copies, so I'm going to give away one of the finished copies, and then maybe you can just take my ARC.
Thank you.
Would like.
I like that. Actually, that's like something I really struggle with, perfectionism, especially like when it comes to this as well. I think we both do.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then she talks to you, I guess, about like she's got OCD and I think so.
Okay, sure. Continue.
She's got OCD and anxiety, and so she talks a lot about that in the essays. And so I don't know. I just thought it sounded really good, and I like essays.
Yeah.
As a book to read because you don't have to read it like all the way through.
Yeah.
You can read bits at a time. So
I like that.
Yeah. Did you have any that you wanted to talk about?
I had a question. Actually,
Sure.
I had a discussion. So our favorite author, Martina McCatney.
Yes.
Her book was supposed to come out today.
I saw that. So as I
do
was
you
making
know
my
anything
list,
about it? Because I was trying to figure it out on
I was
Facebook
too.
earlier today, and I didn't. I know I saw a post a while ago of her saying like she's been busy, like dealing with a lot of things, but normally they like say, okay, it's being pushed back. You know what I mean? I haven't heard anything.
No. So as I was making my list for this week,
Okay.
I noticed hers on there as supposed to be released today.
Yeah.
Or either today or yesterday, sometime this week.
Oh, yesterday. You're right. Yesterday.
And
maybe it was an April Fool's joke.
well, it's on Goodreads. So I was going through our Facebook group that we're in for her, like fan club, whatever it's called. And I don't see anything. And so my guess is if it was actually released this week, it would be big in the group right now. So my guess is it got pushed back.
Yeah, I just wish they would have said something.
Yeah.
Because
I kind of, I realized that, so Goodreads actually, I don't know if you know this, but Goodreads, like you can apply to be a Goodreads librarian. And then if you see something wrong on there, you would be able to get in and edit it.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's something that you have to apply for. I applied and haven't heard back, so whatever. But I feel like that's one of those things. Like it probably got pushed back, but it wasn't relayed to anyone on like at Goodreads or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it hasn't actually been updated on that website, which is, I guess I don't know where else to go for new releases.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, that's all my questions. I don't have any for this week. That was the only one I had, and I was like, don't know what happened. What happened? I do have a Kindle Unlimited suggestion.
Oh, wait, one more new release for this week?
Yeah.
Real
Yes,
quick.
Yes.
It's called Defy the Fates. It is the third book in Claudia Gray's series. Oh, shoot. I don't know what the series is called. But I read the first book when it first came out, and it's about a girl... hold on.
Sounds good.
There's a human girl and an AI boy, and like she kind of has to figure out how to like get along with him because they're trapped on a ship together, if I remember right. But anyway, this is the third book in the series, and I'm pretty sure it's the last one. So now I want to go back and reread from start to finish and kind of see where it goes. But the first one was really good. I really loved it.
Sounds interesting. I've never heard of a book like that before.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Kindle Unlimited.
Nope, I'm done now. I'm just kidding. I found this a while ago. Maybe not. Let me look. Sorry. I was seeing when it was published.
We are so knowledgeable.
We know all of the things. I'm not going to say a while ago. Okay, I saw this some amount of time ago. And it's called The Forgotten Hours by, I don't know how to say that, Katrin?
Yeah.
Schumann? Mm-hmm. Katrin Schumann. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. And it just sounded really good. This girl, Katie Gregory, is like, she's a young adult. She's working in New York City. She's dating an artist. And, her past is fading away. Her life fell apart because back, like, what was it, like a decade ago, at her family cabin when her best friend accused her father of sexual assault.
Oh, no.
Throughout his trial and imprisonment, Katie insisted on his innocence, dodging reporters and clinging to memories of the man she adored. Now he's getting out. Yet Katie, when she returns to the cabin, she's remembering all these things, and she's wondering, like, what is true and what's not. And she's now questioning everything. So it sounds so good. Mm-hmm. So I was
Holy cow.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. It sounds really intense, a thriller. So yeah.
Holy crap.
I wanted to post that out. So if anyone's read that or gonna read it, let me know. It's on my list.
Yeah, I'm very interested.
I feel like you would like that too.
Yeah. So I do not have any specific prime reading books this week, but Goodreads is having a mystery thriller week. And so just like I think we talked about back when they had like romance week and they had other weeks like this, there's all different kinds of lists. So if mystery and thriller books are not your thing, like they've got lists of where to get started, and they have a list of prime reading books, prime reading mysteries and thrillers. So head over there and
they
check
have
it
a list
out.
dedicated to that.
Yes,
cool.
Yeah,
that's neat.
Yeah. So yeah, there's different lists in here, like
we'll link it
best
below.
of the year so far, the spring releases, and then adaptations. You know, like
most chilling adaptations. Yeah,
Sharp
like
Objects and
Red Sparrow.
And then like the top mysteries and thrillers on Goodreads. So if you're looking for a place to start, that is a good place to go. This is one of my favorite genres, so I'm really excited that they've got this. I'm going to go check out all these articles later and
I'm slowly getting into them. It just makes me, they make me nervous, and I don't like it.
I like the like on the edge of your seat feeling that they give me, but I'm still on the lookout for the one that like actually makes me scared.
Yeah, that's
actually,
your goal
like,
this year.
Makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck. Like I'm looking for that.
I saw there's a what's your mystery title. Use your shirt color and birth date to create a name of your mystery novel. Did you see it?
No, where is it?
It is below the most chilling adaptations since Gone Girl.
Okay, let's do it real quick.
Yep.
What
shirt
color
color.
are you gonna use?
I'm all colors. I'm wearing a Barbie shirt. It says Barbie, 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 and it's tie-dye.
Pick one.
Judge me. What are you kicking? Gray?
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you say this is? Blue?
You could either go with that or pink.
What's cooler? Pink is murder and blue is the liar.
Pink.
Okay, fine, murder. And then it's birth date.
So what's yours? Murder.
Murder on the Midnight Train.
Ooh, I like that.
it.
So mine is The Body in the Wardrobe.
Ooh. Both of ours scare me.
I would like to read both of these. Thank you. Somebody write it.
Those are our autobiographies. I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. No, thanks. No, thank you. I don't want that to be my autobiography. Shoot.
So April Fool's Day happened yesterday.
It did.
I got once.
Really?
Actually online. I watch Rhett and Link have a show on YouTube, and they also have a podcast called Ear Biscuits, but it's Good Mythical Morning. And I watch it every morning because they post every morning.
Really?
It's like a morning show, only it's just funny stuff. Like they do, like they test, like they eat foreign KFC foods and like try to guess where they're from.
Oh,
just like silly stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like they'll do an after show where they talk, and then their podcast is more like deep about deep stuff. But I was watching it and it was like eating invisible foods, and I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So I was like watching it, and they literally would like, they're like, Taco Bell came out with an invisible burrito, and so they opened up a real Taco Bell burrito. Then they opened up a wrapper of Taco Bell, and they're like, look at it. And I was like, okay, gosh darn it, today's April Fool's.
Oh my God.
So that's the only I got.
So I got.
Really?
So I got an email from like a publisher, and they're like, hey, there's 2 of these books that are coming out, and they're like, here's the NetGalley links, blah, blah, blah. So I followed the NetGalley link, and the only reason that I was kind of like, wait a second, is because I followed a link from an email. So it took me to NetGalley, but NetGalley was playing a joke yesterday, and they changed their logo to a squirrel, and they called it NutGalley. And so until I realized that it was April Fool's, I was like, oh my God, I clicked a link in an email, and I'm gonna get a virus. And then I was like, wait a minute, it's April Fool's. I'm an idiot.
I'm an idiot. Great. So we both got. That's great.
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter a lot of people angry about the bad pranks. I know a lot of people were like pranking that they were pregnant.
Oh, dang. I guess I didn't see any pranks.
No, I guess
I mean, other than NutGalley.
Oh, that's funny. And yeah, other than a freaking YouTube video I watch every morning, and I fell for it because I trusted them. I think, a lot of people did like pregnancy.
Those are always bad. Just don't do it.
I don't understand the funny of it.
Yeah, don't do it. It's not, there's so many people that is not funny for.
Exactly. Like, it's been poor taste, definitely. But it was interesting. That's funny about the NutGalley thing. Though.
Yeah.
NutGalley.
Because I was just like, I was sitting there staring at it for a minute. I'm like, what? Wait, what? I'm so confused. What link did they send me to?
Yeah, a girl I follow, she said there's faking pregnancy announcements, and people like doing like faking like baby announcements, like with like that kind of stuff. It's just not funny.
I don't like it.
No.
I was gonna. No, that's fine. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. I did want to talk about the lovely thing that I just enjoy reading, which is the April book horoscopes from Epic Reads. I thought that'd be a good intro into our topic today.
Heck yeah.
So let's see what our horoscopes are.
I'm excited because I'm an Aries, so this is my month.
This is it's Aries season.
Yeah.
So I actually follow YouTubers.
Do you like my dance?
Jenna and Julian. And so he is like, he's an Aries, only he's crazy. Like he like throws knives. He just likes to like be like crazy. He just like is all around crazy, and he calls it Aries season, where he can just be crazy. And like when he's like cooking, he leaves paper towels everywhere and leaves a mess. And she calls it like being an Aries.
So I think I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast, but I feel like we've talked about it before, you and I. Like, I'm an Aries because that's where I fall for my birthday, but I've never felt like an Aries. Like,
no, I feel like we talked about this because you're probably your moon sign. Because
everyone
is what you identify with.
Talks about Aries like they're fiery and blah, and I'm like, I'm not though. Like,
I think you have your spurts, but I wonder what your moon is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some people say that whatever your moon is, sometimes you identify with it more.
Right, because I've never really identified as an Aries. But
no, you've never. No. Okay. Well, your keywords are happy, fresh, and novel.
Ooh, novel. Hey.
Ooh. Last month, I'm going to work on reading slow, guys. Okay. Here we go. I feel like I'm back in school. Last month, you had many thoughts about who you were and what you wanted out of life.
I did.
You did?
I did.
You may even have made some changes. You go-getter you. Did you make any changes, Elizabeth?
No.
Whether you have or haven't acted on your introspective mood from March, it's time to celebrate a brand new year of life in April. And there's a little birthday cake emoji.
Whoop, whoop.
Happy birthday to you, Aries.
Oh, my God.
The stars sing you a nice little tune, granting you a peaceful first few weeks of the month. Take advantage of that quietness.
Come on. Do they know what I do for a living?
No.
The last 2 months are going to be peaceful. The first 2 months are going to be terrifying.
Take advantage of the quietness.
No! You are wrong.
To start this new chapter of your life with a bang. Maybe you'll get a new haircut.
No.
A new pair of glasses.
Maybe that.
You need a new pair of glasses.
I'm actually due for new glasses.
I'm getting new glasses on Wednesday.
I have to wait, I think, till the end of the month.
Yours broke.
Well, so I got the way my insurance works. I can only get new glasses every 2 weeks.
I have to pay for everything. And I'm blind as a bat.
Did I say every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I meant 2 years.
At least you get insurance. I have nothing.
Dang.
And I'm blind, so everything's way more expensive.
Or even a new attitude. That's more like it.
You need a new attitude. Don't
I do.
I do. Whatever the case, we can't wait to see what this new you will be and do.
Oh my. Okay, Dr. Seuss.
I'm just reading it, okay? The book pick is Love and Other Curses by Michael Thomas Ford.
You know, I don't think I've ever heard of this
No,
before.
but I really like the cover.
Same.
Reason. As you celebrate your birthday, a story about a boy with a birthday curse. Ooh. If Sam Wayward falls in love before his 17th birthday, the person he loves will die.
Ugh.
So he doesn't intend to fall in love. No. But when a new guy comes to town, Sam finds himself in trouble. Can he get to the bottom of the curse before time runs out? I want to read it.
Is that really what you want to read when it's near your birthday? Is like the birthday curse?
Maybe you're cursed. I'm just kidding.
Probably. Where the heck are you? Why can't I find you?
Because I'm at the bottom where Capricorns usually are. Why do people always poop on Capricorns? Just because we're a goat, leave us alone.
Oh, your book pick this month is fitting.
It's so fitting.
All right, so your keywords, this is very accurate.
Okay.
Busy. Busy.
Oh my God, true. You know me.
Oh my
I feel like
God.
it's like you know me.
Okay. You embraced your secret passions last month and maybe even went after them for the first time ever. Go you.
What did I do last month? I don't even remember
what happened last month. In April, real life comes calling.
No.
Between schoolwork and after school work and band and student council and Spanish club and prom and all of it, you barely have time to sleep.
Oh my God, that's true though.
You got prom?
Yeah. But I have like this and work and photography and design and all the other stuff I just can't say no to 20 million times out of the day. All right.
Okay, you barely have time to sleep, let alone chase your dreams or hang out with your squad.
Squad goals.
To combat that sense of imbalance in your life, the stars suggest you engage in a few spontaneous adventures with your favorite people when you have the chance.
I feel like Epic Reads was spontaneous.
Right? That's what I was thinking too. An unscheduled trip to your favorite bookstore, or a quick road trip to see insert local landmark here, or even a surprise dessert night with your mom can go a long way toward finding some joy.
Oh, I love that.
Enjoy.
Mom and I got coffee.
I mean,
that's dessert. It had whipped cream on it.
I was going to say, did you get like one of those special coffees?
Yeah. White chocolate mocha.
So your book pick is the Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu.
That's insane. I
love Cassandra Clare.
I can't help it. I love the world. I don't.
Is this more in the same world?
I don't know, actually.
Okay. And the reason for this book is, speaking of an adventure with your favorite people, all Magnus Bane wanted was a lavish trip with Alec Lightwood.
So yes, it is in the same world.
Right. But as soon as they settle in Paris, they get news about a demon-worshipping cult that Magnus started as a joke years ago. Getaway ruined, they'll have to dodge demons and their own secrets on their quest for answers about the new leader of this now dangerous cult.
I love Magnus and Alec. I love them so much. I can't help it. They're my favorite.
I always liked Magnus. I bought the
I know we
like
both
the separate
need to read
Magnus
that.
Bane.
Me
book.
too.
Magnus Chronicles or Bane Chronicles or something. I just was very frustrated after reading whatever. I feel like I don't know if I can go back to the world
We
yet.
liked the time. Nope. The Clockwork series.
Yeah.
And I liked the Dark Artifices. Is that what it is? Dark.
Sure. I don't know. I just
I like the world. I like the Clockwork, and I like the last one just because there's a BA female lead
who isn't clear.
Who's tough, who wants to protect her friends, so she takes beatings for them, and you know what I mean? Just stuff like that, or like gets in the battle for them. I really like that. And it has Magnus and Alec in it. And
I always liked Magnus, but I don't know. I just felt burned, and I don't know if I'm ready to go back yet.
See, I wasn't mad about Claire because I wasn't.
I just don't. I can't. I just can't. I can't.
You're hilarious. Oh my God, those are so good. And they kind of lead into our topic this week was Epic Reads Meetup in Iowa City.
Whoop, whoop.
First of all, we went because nothing ever fun happens in Iowa.
No. So they announced, I don't know, it was a few months back.
Yeah.
Epic Reads was announcing all their different meetup tour stops. And I have, for some reason, now I can't remember why, but I have Epic Reads Twitter notifications turned on.
I think it was for something that we want to be notified about. I can't remember what, though.
I feel like
I have them on, too.
Maybe it has to do with BookCon or
Probably.
something. So I had that turned on still, and it popped up, and it said something about, like, meetup at Coral Ridge. And I was like, wait. I mean, I'm sure there's another one in the country somewhere, but, like, so I was like, I have to look at this. And it was Iowa. And so I think I retweeted it right away, and I was like, hey, we're going. Like, I don't care what's going on that night. We're going.
And then we're like, oh, yeah, it's on a Monday. We're still going. It was so much fun. It was really worth it. I was like, that morning, I know, I woke up and I was like, oh my God, that just sounds so taxing because it's so far away.
Right.
But then once it like started leading up to it, I was like, I'm so excited to go.
Yeah. I mean, same. Like, you know how easy it is to just like get out of things.
Yeah.
It's way easier to not do things than it is to do things.
Yeah. And I feel like we would have regretted it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad we went because it was a small event.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's Iowa, so I imagine that not a ton of people knew about it.
Yeah. And also it was on a Monday. So, I mean, how many people can really travel to Iowa City?
Yeah.
Because if we lived farther away, you know, we really probably couldn't have gone.
Yeah. I'm going to guess most of the people who were there were from Iowa City, Coralville area.
Cedar Rapids, yeah. And I thought it was really neat because we got to meet 4 authors that I had never read before.
Right.
You had read one of them. And I just think it was an interesting look into different authors. And expanding our I don't know, book reach. I mean, I probably wouldn't have picked up some of these without them.
All of them were on my radar.
See, and they weren't on mine, and I don't know if it's because like my radar is like sometimes focused on like indie or romance, or like I'm too busy taking indie and NetGalley to like pay attention to the mainstream. They're mainstream. You know what I mean? So should we list the authors that were there first before we get into it? Yes, let's definitely do that.
Okay, so Brittany Cavallaro was there.
Yes.
Do you want me to say the books that they're most popular, or just the names, and then we'll do that.
Let's do that. Yeah.
So it was Brittany Cavallaro, Mindy McGinnis, Justin Reynolds,
and books if you want. I don't care. I'm so sorry. I'm so indecisive today. Nope, don't. Keep listening.
Okay. Brittany Cavallaro, Mindy McGinnis, Justin Reynolds, and Taylor Mia.
Yeah, I don't think she ever said... She didn't introduce herself.
Yeah, so I guess I'm not sure how you say her last name. It's Mejia. Anyhow, so let's start with Brittany because, so we got there late.
Yeah. Well, that's not really our fault. We left on time.
We just got there like right on time, to be honest. Like all we missed was like the very introduction thing where they kind of explained what was going to happen.
But good thinking, we signed up. Yeah. So we had our spots already.
Ticket.
We got a ticket.
And they gave us a free tote bag.
Yeah, which is so cool.
Like a little coupon for Starbucks. Yeah. And then also like a paper that explained what we were going to do. So there was 4 different groups. And we were in the orange group.
Yes.
And we had to go sit like where the orange balloon was in the store. And then it felt like speed dating.
Yes, it did.
Except like all of us were the person who sits still, and then the authors moved from group to group.
Yeah, which was really neat.
Yeah.
And bless these 2 girls, since we came late, we couldn't get sit with each other for Brittany's. Mm-hmm. So they were nice enough to switch us seats so we could sit together.
Yeah. So, the first author that we got to hear speak was Brittany Cavallaro. And she is the author of the Charlotte Holmes series. So it's a retelling of the Sherlock Holmes. Charlotte and... her best friend Watson, I can't remember his first name. James, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
They are descendants of the original Sherlock and Watson. So.
Yeah, and I kind of took some notes during it just because I wanted to. Unlike Elizabeth, she has the brain capacity of an elephant. I have one of a goldfish. Where I'm like, I don't remember what happened. I just remember we were there. So I was like, I'm gonna write notes down. I really liked Brittany. She was a professor. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I just like hearing like what they used to do.
She taught did she teach a writing class?
I think it was history.
Was it history? I couldn't remember exactly what.
No, it was history, and no, it was a writing class because she said that she was she had a class list all these brainy characters who geniuses, yep. And they only listed men. Mm-hmm. And she was like, and it was a classroom full of women, and she was like, we all only listed men.
Yeah, like, she said she even helped. And it wasn't until she took a step back and looked at all the names that she was like, these are all men.
Yeah, and then she said she always read books like Sherlock Holmes and stuff like that, and she wanted to have a strong female character who was brainy, who had a friend who was okay following her around.
Right.
And so that's like kind of where she came from that. And then she kind of said that this will be the last book of her series, right?
There's 4.
Yes, because I just got them on Book Outlet.
Yeah. I have the first 2 on my shelf, and then we bought the 4th one there.
Yes, and the 3rd one you're going to have to get on Amazon because it's not on Book Outlet.
Darn it.
I know. So I bought all 4 because I rage read things, so I want to read all of them. And what she said was this is the last book because they've gone through their journeys and she's writing them as like young adults now and actually doing real cases.
She said it's a coming of age story, and so they've come of age. So she said like if she ever returned to the world, it would be
them as adults. Right. Yeah, if she does come back, they're going to be adults doing adult things. It would no longer be YA.
Right.
And then I really liked her presence.
Do you remember what she said she's working on? What kind of book?
Yes, I wrote that down.
Okay.
The next book is Hello Girls. It's a Thelma and Louise retelling.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like she said there was another one in the works too, like a fantasy.
Yes, she did say that, but I didn't catch it. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Still, that's some insider info.
Yeah, some info she might not have told anybody yet. We can look in our Goodreads and see what else she's got coming up. Hello Girls looks really good. Looks like maybe Girl King. Do you remember that? I think that's what it was.
The Girl King?
It just says Girl Dash King.
Oh, I was going to say The Girl King came out a few months ago.
Here, I'll post it
different.
There, I posted the link on our document. I'm just seeing when it... Nope, this isn't it. It was from 2015. Yeah, but she also like did a little spoiler of a fantasy that she's going to have coming out, which is neat.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
No, I know that she didn't give us a whole lot of information because I don't think that it's like widespread news yet.
Yeah, and she also it's probably still like she doesn't know. So that was our first author to meet.
Yeah.
So go follow her. She's really I can't wait to read the books and let us know if you've read any of them.
Oh, I found it.
You found it? Okay.
It's called Muse.
Muse.
It says, set in an alternate history World's Fair Chicago where America is a monarchy, science is king, and magic shouldn't exist, and one girl's touch has the power to grant wishes.
Oh, yep. Okay,
and it doesn't come out till 2020.
Yeah, so she only said it a little bit because we asked her what she was working on.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Yeah.
So I'm going to mark that as to read.
I did too. The next author was Mindy McGinnis, and you had read her before.
No.
Right? No, you have her
I have almost every book she's written except for Not a Drop to Drink. No chill. Yeah, so I think she was she could have kept talking for a long time. Like she was very entertaining to listen to.
Yeah.
So she was there kind of promoting
Wait, was she was last, wasn't she? No, this is right. Sorry.
I thought Taylor was next in our lineup, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, okay. Ignore the lineup. We're just going to go through them now.
Yeah, so Mindy McGinnis has written a lot of books, actually.
Because you're right, Taylor was next.
She wrote Not a Drop to Drink, A Madness So Discreet, which, The Female of the Species. Mm-hmm. And then she also wrote Given to the Sea and then the sequel Given to the Earth, which is kind of what she was there to talk about.
She was also there to talk about
Heroin. That's right.
Because I accidentally commented on an Instagram post of someone was talking about that book and I said, oh my God, heroin sounds so good. And I wrote back, I was like, out of context, that sounds really bad. I meant the book.
I really liked one of the things she said about, and I think someone had said it to her about to write a good story she said it's originally to make a fire. You need two sticks to rub together.
Yes.
And then so she said to write a story, same concept. You can't just have one idea. You have to have two ideas and then they have to meet.
And they have to work together.
Right.
So she said she'd keep one idea in the back of her head. She'd think of something, she's like, ooh, okay. And then she'd put it in the back of her head. And then she'd think of another one and she'd put it back in her head. And as soon as they worked together, that's when she got a story.
And yeah, so I have a bunch of her books on my shelf, and I haven't read any of them. I've heard so many good things of Not a Drop to Drink. A Madness So Discreet sounds so interesting.
Oh my
it's
God.
about a mental hospital. And then The Female of the Species also sounds really good. It's a very feminist, empowering novel.
And we both got Given to the Earth. Because I thought I owned Given to the Sea because you did. And I just assumed that we own the same books. And so I got home and realized, no, I don't own the first one. So I had to order that one.
Well, we figured out I got it in a Fairy Loot.
Yes.
Because I thought it came in an Outcrate, but
on Fairy Loot. I liked her energy. She was so funny. She kept saying, listen, I have a bunch of cats. If you guys don't want to talk about my books, we can talk about my cats. And
well, I think what's so funny is you can really tell we're Midwest polite in these kind of situations.
Oh yeah, we
are.
Or
shy or whatever you want to say, because
I think it's Midwest polite.
Almost every author had time at the end of their little speaking
except
time.
for Justin.
Yeah, to ask if we had any questions. And almost every time everyone just kind of looked at each other ooh.
And then they're like, are any of you a writer? Because it's one, we don't know how to brag. We don't know how to brag about ourselves.
Yeah.
And we really don't know how to ask questions.
I guess I didn't come prepared with questions. I didn't know that was going to be an option.
Same.
Had we known, I'm sure we would have come up with some.
I definitely would have. So we'll have to do that next time. She also talked about how she was worked in a library for years in a small town in Ohio. And I wrote that she was a bundle of energy just because she just made me laugh a lot. And she said that she gets asked, have you ever killed anybody alive? Because of all of her weird, strange, stories, especially with, the one about the insane asylum.
A Madness So Discreet.
Yeah. And she said she's always been drawn to dark stuff, and she's always been like that, and she was always the weirdo of her family and the weirdo of her small town in Ohio. And then she talked about heroin because that is her newest book. And she said that the reason she came up with it is because there wasn't a lot of female athlete books out there.
Yeah.
And she went to her hometown, right? It was her her niece's home, like game or something like that, right?
It had to do with her niece going to like state finals for some sport. I can't remember, softball maybe?
Yeah. And she had played softball and how important it is for the pitcher and catcher relationship. And that's where she got the idea of heroin. So all really, really interesting books. I can't wait to read some of them.
Yeah, definitely. So then the next one was Justin Reynolds.
Yes.
He wrote The Opposite of Always. This is his debut novel.
Yes.
I remember seeing this one on NetGalley and requesting it, and I'm pretty sure I got denied.
Me too.
So that's a thing. This sounds so good. It sounds like it's going to be a tearjerker.
And the way he talked about it.
He's so passionate about what he does.
Oh, I feel like all of us slowly leaned towards him because we laughed because he didn't have any time, but he explained everything about his life, about the book, and you just found yourself just leaning towards him to like
that guy's got a lot more stories to tell, and I
can't wait. I so can't wait. He has so many stories to tell because he's a nurse. He's a registered nurse.
Yep.
And I put calm presence, good talk, like storyteller.
He said he worked in both oncology and like blood diseases.
Yes, and he worked at like one of the most famous hospitals.
Yeah, remember? And I didn't catch which one. I thought he said Cleveland.
So did I, but I don't know that much about hospitals, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but
the only one I know is like Mayo.
That's all. Yeah,
and I know that that's not the one he said.
Exactly.
So this book is about a boy who meets what he assumes is the love of his life. And then
he said that he's prefaced this book with almost.
Yeah.
It's all about the almost.
Like the main character like is almost the smartest and almost this and he's almost everything.
Won this and almost did this.
Yeah. And then he meets this girl who is like perfect and they spend this night talking. And they get to know each other, and then she passes away. And then he keeps reliving the night that he met her. And
4 months. So he keeps reliving the same 4 months.
Right.
From when he met her to when she passes.
And it sounds almost like it's going to be like a butterfly effect thing. Like he keeps trying to change things to save her, but then he has to realize that he saves her, but what is the consequence of that?
Yeah, because he keeps saying like, He got a preface of like, what would you do if you could go back and save somebody or say that last words to them? And, he said you can't, but he wants to. But then I think when he does change things, he loses someone else. And so he has to decide like, what is the most, what's the path? Exactly.
Yeah.
And this came from Justin's, own life. He lost his best friend. He said he was hanging out with him on Friday. He went to the hospital Saturday, gone on Sunday. And he said like he kept thinking like what would I tell that person again? What would I do if I could save them? That kind of stuff. So that's where this came from. And he kept saying like the power of language.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And the power of the human spirit.
If he's at like any event that you're thinking of going to, go and listen to him talk.
Yes. It's so interesting.
He is so adorable because he constantly went over his time because they allotted like 10, 15 minutes for each author.
Yeah.
And so he went over his time the last group. And so when he came to ours, he was a few minutes late. And then he went over at ours. And so
and then Mindy showed up and was like, what are you doing? and then I remember she goes, he makes you feel sad and I make you feel crazy or something like that. It was really fun. You can tell because they were both from Ohio, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and they both went on
That's
book
what I thought
tours
you said
a lot.
Cleveland too. So it might be the hospital. I guess I just don't know that that's a
big hospital. Yeah, exactly. But she said that they always travel together and they know each other well. So I really like that. He also told another story just about like him being a registered nurse. And he said that like working there, like it's frowned upon to like be involved.
As a professional.
Yes.
You're not supposed to get close to your patient.
But he said he'd work like 14, 15-hour shifts and it's so impossible. And so he said like the one thing he witnessed that it's so you don't understand until you're there with people that are dying or sick is that the thing that makes them feel the best is like the power of the human spirit, the power of love, the power of him sitting there on their bedside just holding their hand.
When someone comes to see you, when you're stuck in a hospital and someone comes to see you, like that lights up.
Yeah, you start feeling better. Yeah, so that was really interesting. So he told us all about his life and his books, and I just can't wait to read his book, and I can't wait to see what he does next.
Right.
Because he has so much.
I can't believe this is a debut.
Oh, yeah. Especially the way he talked, too.
Mm-hmm.
You would not think that this was his debut.
Right.
Because he was just so comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got a lot to say.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so then the final author that we saw was Taylor Mia.
And we figured out who she looks like.
She looks like April Ludgate. Or
yes.
Aubrey Plaza,
yes.
if you want to be technical.
From Parks and Rec. That's exactly who she acts like and looks like, and it's amazing.
She's just a little more reserved than like April.
Yeah, but I really like her. Okay.
So she was there to talk about, I'm pretty sure this is her debut as well.
Yes.
It's called We Set the Dark on Fire.
She did write in that book that you got, let me think.
Oh,
really
that's right. Witch and Witchcraft something.
What I got tonight on
13 Tales of Witchcraft. What is it?
I mean, you're close, actually. Toil and Trouble, 15 Tales of Women and Witchcraft. Yes.
Anyway.
And she said, yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Dang, I need to go back and see which one she wrote.
Yeah.
I'm very curious now.
You have to let me see that, too.
So she wrote We Set the Dark on Fire.
The cover is amazing.
So pretty. And then she said she's also working on a middle grade.
Yes.
And I feel like there was one other, like, historical fiction or I forget.
She said, I can't remember either.
Let me look and see if there's anything in here.
Looks like she was also part of another, like, what are those called? Anthology. All Out, the no longer secret stories of queer teens throughout the ages, which looks really good.
Okay.
I'm just going to hit want to read on all of her stuff. Yeah, she talked about her future books, but I didn't write anything down. Paulo Santiago and the Drowned Place.
Yeah, that's the middle grade.
That's the middle grade. And then Meteor, it looks like, is maybe the other one.
That comes out in 2020, and it's a book she's writing with Anna Marie McLemore.
Yes.
We met her, too. Do you remember Anna Marie McLemore? She was the one with the flower crown.
Oh, my gosh. I loved her. She was so sweet. Bless her heart. Loved her flower crown.
So, HarperCollins bought...
Are you reading? Which one's this?
Meteor.
Okay.
HarperCollins bought Meteor by Anna Marie McLemore and Taylor K. Mia, in which two friends are made of stardust, and one fighting to save her family's diner, take on their small town's 50th annual pageant and talent competition in the hopes that they can change their town's destiny and their own.
That does sound really good.
They're writing a book together. That's awesome.
Oh, and you're going to have to get the Paulo Santiago and the Drowned Palace because I feel like your sons will love that.
Right?
It says Paulo Santiago and the Drowned Palace follows Oh, I'm not saying it right. It's not Paulo. It's Paola. I'm okay. Paola Santiago and the Drowned Palace follows Peo, a 12-year-old aspiring scientist who doesn't believe in her mom's superstitions until she begins to suspect the infamous La Llorona is responsible for her best friend's disappearance and must venture into the underwater world to prove it. And I remember she was talking about that.
She was talking about it being about a...
La Llorona is
like a mythological...
Yes. Creature being.
Story.
Yeah. So she talked about We Set the Dark on Fire. And she said that she wrote it, like, she started it 5 years ago. And I guess, do we say what it was about before I just jump ahead?
It is a YA fantasy.
Yes.
I don't remember exactly what it's about, but it's a YA fantasy. Oh, that's right. She wrote the one about the school for girls and where they have, like, two choices in life. To, like, run the house of a man or raise his children.
Oh, which already makes me angry.
Right?
Like,
And so it's about, isn't it about a girl that, like, basically says no?
Well, a girl, she's from the lower class and her parents smuggled her in.
Okay.
To this, because I don't even know if the lower class gets that option.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now she has this option and she's lined up to be actually the head of household. And this secret, what is it called? Like, faction or whatever wants her to spy and do all these things for her. And now she has to make a decision. Like, does she, like, go with them and spy for them, or does she, go with what her parents sacrificed for her? And she said she wrote it 5 years ago and she didn't realize how eerie the book was that would reflect what's going on right now in the world.
Yeah.
And she's happy about it because of the, the political and times that we're having. She is Mexican American.
Right.
So this is kind of interesting
she did say, like, everyone keeps calling it timely, and she just has to chuckle because she didn't write it to be timely.
She wrote it to be a fantasy fiction, and she was like, it's scary that this is close to what's happening. And she said that she wrote this about the different boxes that women are put in and how they're supposed to be, you know, they're supposed to be wives, and they're supposed to be mothers, and they're supposed to be this, and they're supposed to be that. And how she wanted to, you know, and she as a Mexican American wanted to talk about social issues and, you know, inspire women. And I also wrote, I loved her personality. I thought she was really funny. And yeah, I really enjoyed her. And it did bug me because I couldn't figure out who she looked like.
Until we got in the car and I was like, that was April Ludgate.
Yes. And she just, I think all 4 authors had such an energy. It was so nice. And I liked the intimate setting. I wish we would have come more prepared.
Yeah, because then afterwards, so after the talks,
yes,
then we got to stand in line and go through and meet them and get books signed.
Yes, we put pictures on our story. Maybe we should put them on our Instagram as well.
That's a good idea.
We'll post the pictures on Instagram. But yeah, they were all really lovely to meet. And
they were so sweet and gracious, and they really took time with each person that walked up. Yeah, because I mean, it was a nice and small group, so really they had the chance to take the time with each person,
and they got to write like personalized things in the books. And they literally took time. So we left after we were done and went got food at the food court because this is the mall that we used to go to growing up. Yeah. So we went got our same food that we always get. And then as we were going back, they were just leaving. Yeah. So that's how much time they sat there, and they made sure that every single person got time with them. They took pictures with us. They didn't have to. Right. It was really nice. I hope that Epic Reads comes back to Iowa.
I do too. I really hope there's more events here because even small events like that, like it's just so nice. We went on a Monday night. Yeah. We were home and went to work the next day. It's not like we had to take all this time out of our...
No. And... they just got me, like, I'm now fans of all of them.
Exactly. Like, I haven't even thought of reading their books because I don't have time yet. Yeah. But they're right there, and I'm like, I want to read them so bad.
Exactly. And I just think that, at least with us, it matters also the person that's writing, not just the book. I think that is a lot. If they're ethical, they have integrity. The people behind the book is what matters to us as well.
Right. I feel like once I've seen that person talk and, like, or met them or whatever, then I'm more apt to want to pick up their book. Yeah. I feel more...
and follow them and be more invested in their work and their future works. Like, I can name so many authors that we've met either in person or even online, like Martina. Yeah. And now that we're invested, you become fans of their work and their lives, and you want to support them.
And them as a person. Yes, like, exactly. I just feel more connected to them, and I'm like, okay, now I know what they're all about. Now I absolutely need to read their words.
Yeah, and you also get to hear their passion right there. It's different than hearing it in an article or a video interview. You get to hear it. You get to ask questions. You get to see it. Yeah, it was really, really cool. I really enjoyed it. I hope that we can do more things like that. Unfortunately, you can't do North Iowa Book Bash this weekend. Right. I'm still up in the air because I forgot. You're the one who puts the schedule together.
Well, honestly, it sucks because they have it during tax season. And I remember last year even, like...
we struggled. We got there and then we had to drive right back.
Right. Because I can't leave work until noon. And, if it was 3 weeks later, it would be fine.
It would be perfect.
But, yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So we're going to have to just look out for more events in the area.
And maybe travel a little bit.
In the January to April 15th.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe look at some that we have to travel a little bit farther.
Well, because there was also another one last weekend that we didn't get to go to because, again, it's tax season. I can't leave on a Saturday.
It's a 2-hour drive. I mean, that's just too much for us.
That has to be an overnight trip. It has to be.
So maybe we can look at an overnight trip later in the summer, fall, winter area and not during your busy season. But yeah. Thanks for Epic Reads to coming to Iowa.
That was amazing.
Doing that and offering free tickets. And thanks to all the authors as well.
Yeah, and the Barnes & Noble for hosting.
Yeah, the staff was all funny and nice and they
very helpful.
Very helpful.
Yeah, because we walked in and looked lost, and they knew it. And so they were like, do you need help finding out where to go?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
We do. We are lost.
Please help.
And we didn't even have any tea till after, too, which I was very proud of us.
We didn't have time. We had time for the bathroom, and then that's it.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I was going to actually take video, but we're awkward.
So awkward. It's really hard, though. I don't know. I think like those things, maybe next time, now that we kind of know what to expect, we can call ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And get permission to do something like that. Because I feel like it probably wouldn't have been a good idea to just show up and start videoing.
No,
anyway.
I agree. I mean, we took pictures. I just took a snapshot of each author just to have like that as something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think we'll probably try to plan more things like that. Just call it advanced. But it was really fun. I'm glad we went.
It was fun.
Good spontaneous things. All right, well, we better get going. We've got more tea to drink and books to read. Our social medias are down below, as well as all the links that we discussed in this podcast.
Yep.
Make sure to rate
and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever your favorite podcast catcher is.
Yes.
Wherever you listen to us, rate and review. It helps other people find us.
Yeah, it really does, because we want to get more.
Algorithms are weird.
Yeah.
And they feed on reviews.
Yeah, and ratings. It's insane. So comment anything in the review you want.
Yeah, we had an idea last week. Comment with a book rec for us.
And your handle.
Yeah.
And so we can find you and follow you, and then.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.